Men are done with nightlife. The new scam exposed. Now, look, I will tell y'all that going to the club as a man is a complete waste of resources. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. It's just a waste. You know what I'm saying? Now, look, have I gone to the club and I have fun? I met cool people that I'm still friends with today and things like that. Yes, right? But if you go to the club, right, and you end up paying like what for a section, right? A section is literally rent money. Let's make that very clear. A section is literally your rent money. You can pay an upwards of like $1,400 for a section, right? And a section is literally just like a table, you know what I'm saying? It's easier to pull girls, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, at the same time, it's like, if you have a yacht in Miami, it's easy to pull girls too. You know what I'm saying? You're basically buying it at that point. But the worst part is the prices of drinks, the prices of entry, and if you're not getting a section, you're kind of like a side character, to be honest, right? But results may vary for each different type of person. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. It doesn't really matter. But I will say that most of the time it is a scam. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time it is a waste. You know what I'm saying? There's way better ways to find women and way better ways to find, you know, higher quality women, honestly. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's see what he's talking about.
Already spent 1,000, maybe a couple thousand in the club. And then when you ask them to tip their waitress, they get a little shaking in their boots. They get a little weird. Okay, you come in and you physically have the money, but the mentality is broke. I'd be a little confused.
Right now, I'm at the age, if there is a cover charge to get into your establishment,
$100 cover?
it just ain't for me.
That's crazy, gang.
Running out of them bottles. It was my job to get the cheap liquor that we had, put a funnel in the bottle, and fill that motherfucker back up to the top.
When I was in college, man, going out.
What? They scamming the Tito's? They putting water in the Don Julio Blanco? Nah, gang. See, that's the shit I'm talking about.
Used to be so much fun. Like, they used to have a shuttle at Georgia State that'll pick up all the students and bring us to the club. We ain't had to pay a lot of money. It was just straight fun, straight dancing. But of course, this is back in like 2014, 2015 type of time frame. The club life just isn't like that no more. It's not about having fun. It's more about how much can the club finesse you and how much money can they get out of you. My mom and my stepdad love telling me how lit the club was back in the 90s. But sadly,
yeah, that's because motherfuckers would actually want to dance. Would actually want to like dance, sing, have fun, you know, and things like that. You go to the club today, it's literally like fucking Instagram in real life. And this guy's audio's delayed, so let me... Okay, I don't know if that fixed it.
Fellas don't want to go to the club anymore. They're tired of getting finessed when they go to the club. And the ladies are mad that the fellas are going to the club trying to bargain on $1. So before we get into talking about the scam culture of the club, let's look at what some of the ladies got to say about guys being cheap in the club.
My least favorite people in the club are the motherfuckers who come in and they are decked out and be having 10K, 5K, whatever in their pocket, already paid 1,000 or maybe a couple thousand for the section, already spent 1,000, maybe a couple thousand in the club. And then when you ask them to tip their waitress, they get a little shaking in their boots. They get a little weird. And I'm just sitting there like, I already clocked your pockets. Like, normally I believe in staying out of people's pockets, but when you come into my work where I'm trying to make money.
Oh, she's a bartender.
And I make money off of you tipping me. Oh, babes, I already done clocked your pockets tenfold. I done clocked your pockets a couple times. I done clocked every piece of jewelry on you. I done clocked your pockets. I already mentally in my head am calculating your monthly expenses, okay? You come in and you physically have the money, but the mentality is broke. I'd be a little confused. Just a little bit.
This is a work of art.
I don't think I've ever tipped like at the bar or at the club or anything. Like they'd be like, oh, I'm like, all right, can I get a shot of Casamigos? All right, bet, bro, $20. Oh, all right, here you go. and then I'm never like, all right, let me pay them more. You know what I mean? Like, damn.
This is bullshit. This is a work of art. This is bullshit. This is a work of art. But this is bullshit.
How you gonna call?
Yeah, mind you, the all these liquors
Of art.
will turn your like $1,100 section to like damn near 2 bands if you go up like some expensive liquor. And for what? For what? I'm still gonna get crunk. I don't even like being crunk. Like, I'm gonna be 100, chat. I don't like being crunk.
But this.
Like, too crunk. I like it being a little
How
crunk.
you gonna call guys broke, but they spending thousands in the club? Giving you a
Right.
tip is optional. And let's be honest, a lot of the nightlife customer service is not all that impressive.
He yelling at her, telling her to
Scratch all of
twerk.
that. Since y'all want to call dudes broke, let's talk about how much money it costs to be in the club and possibly have
I'll tell
fun.
you right now, I'm at the age, if there is a cover charge to get into your establishment, it just ain't for me. It just ain't for me. You cutting into my liquor, then I'm gonna buy. I saw something on Facebook where somebody said, if you're out with me and you say I'm not paying $100 to get into this club, you're not going out with me no more. Listen, we not going out because I'm not paying no 100 ball to get into nowhere.
$100 to get in the club is literally absurd. Like, literally absurd. Like, especially because, like, bro, what are you paying for? You gotta really think about this. What are you paying for? What are you buying? You're buying entry to stand around and look cool. Like I said, a lot of the clubs nowadays be Instagram in real life. Niggas just be chilling. And, like, the girls get sniped at daily, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's unlikely to happen, but it's far less likely for you to pull a girl in the club than outside the club, right? You know what I'm saying? It definitely is possible. Niggas pull girls in the club, right? It's possible, but it's just not as likely.
A club?
What are you
Stand
paying
around
for,
and
gang?
drink something? I can do that at the crib.
Right.
Now, there are times where I'm like, hey, a smooth little 10, maybe a little 15, a little 20. Yeah, you know, maybe I might come up off that. But 100?
100 is wild, gang.
Nah, you got me fucked up. There's no way I'm paying that. There's no way I'm gonna justify that to myself to pay $100 to get into anywhere. Ain't no way, baby. It's not for me. And I'm not criticizing nobody that will. That's your money, and this is mine. You can spend 100. I'm gonna go spend $100 on some food and liquor and take to the crib and have a ball.
And if you want to see what
Facts.
absolute misery looks like in New York City, go to a nightclub and watch people who pay $4,000 for a table or bottle service. And hold on, hear me out. Let me take my glasses off for this one. People go all out, get dolled up, right? Either get a promoter or they go in and wherever the case may be. And they just like sit in the corner of this table, just spend the whole time on their phone. They don't dance, they barely talk. They'll take like a selfie together or two, and then they'll record when the girls come out with the bottles, with the Casamigos with the little fucking sparkler on top, and then that's it. That's all they'll do. And you know what? Maybe that's how you choose to have fun. That's okay. But damn, you spent like $400 on a bottle of Casamigos that goes for like, I don't know, $40 in the liquor store. You didn't really dance. You didn't really talk to anyone new. You just sat in the corner and texted on your phone. And as someone who's done table service before, that's kind of whack, don't you think? Like, could you have not just gone home and did all that? Seems like a waste of time, my love. I don't know.
It's quite literally, like I keep saying, this is my third time saying this, Instagram in real life. Like, it's for the status, it's for the show, like, it's for the show. Like, quite literally for the show, gang.
Hey, mate, you tell me.
Atlanta is so much fun to go out in, but can we please talk about these covers? Get it, it's Halloween weekend and bars are really packed and capacity and all the logistics, but there's no reason why you should be charging close to $50 to get inside a bar. I partied in London, Paris, Miami, and I can go on. New York, I've never paid a $50 cover. Mind you, when I was in Miami, I was right next to Offset and Cardi B, and I didn't even pay money. Yes, tickets are completely fine in normal nightlife, like Ticket sales, great, wonderful. But there's no reason why, if you A, do not have dancers, any sort of service, your drinks are expensive, the music is not even that great, that you should be charging people that much money. Because that really makes no sense at all. Like, I will be completely fine paying that much money if it's actually going to be up to that amount of money. But if all you're offering is music and a dance floor, and you're asking for $150, I can't be the only person that feels this way. And it's one thing, like I said, to have ticket sales, that's completely fine, especially during Halloween season. But to charge people $150 with no celebrity, no dancers, and nothing, you've got to be kidding me.
All right, so the guys and
that
the
is
girls
wild, gang.
feel the same way about the overpricing when it comes to the nightclub. Listen, man, I've experienced parking being from anywhere from $15 to $30. Entry, maybe $40 to about $60. And again, I live in Atlanta, and for one single shot, could easily go from anywhere from $15 to $25 depending on what you're drinking. So you're already close to spending $100 before the fun has even started. Then, if you're like me, I have plantar fasciitis. I can't stand up all night. I have to sit down. Of course, there's no seats at the bar. Why? Because they want you to buy a section. So you stop one of the waitresses and you say, excuse me, ma'am. I would love to sit down. You know, how much does it cost to sit on that IKEA couch that y'all have in the back? If you want to sit right there, you got to pay for a bottle, which is $250 per bottle at the minimum. $250 a bottle. How big are these goddamn bottles? How long am I going to be lit for? Am I going to be lit tomorrow too? Am I gonna be able to go home with this bottle and get lit with my people at home is what I'm saying. Oh no, you can't leave with the bottle. You have to drink here. And the type of bottle you can get for $250 is something like a Crown Royal, Casamigos. But if you want something that's not gonna give you a headache tomorrow, well, you're gonna have to spend like $400. And oh, it looks like you have up to, looks like 6 people with you. That's a 2-bottle minimum. So now you're at a $500 minimum just to sit down. And once again, the fun hasn't even started. So I'm charged to park, I'm charged to get in, I'm charged for my shots, and I'm charged to sit down. All the while you are 10xing the price of these bottles. I can easily get a Crown Royal bottle for $20 at the store. But
Facts. I was literally just about to say that.
Bottle scam than just the prices. Check this out.
Now, have y'all been getting sick from the liquor at the nightclubs? Okay, check this out.
Wait, what?
Now, if you drink for real and you go to the club a lot, then you know club liquor be the absolute worst. That shit get you towed the up. Because a lot of that liquor be cut, especially when you buy liquor from the bar. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that liquor be cut. So I'm trying to avoid that shit by just buying bottles. But I'm starting to feel like y'all cutting the bottles too. Because I got a bottle at Diamond the other night, and I promise you that shit had me sick for 2 days. Like, my head was hurting so bad, I had to take my hair down.
Now, she's absolutely correct. What people tend to do at nightclubs is avoid having mixed drinks altogether because you don't know what kind of liquor they're using. So people tend to opt for the full bottle. But she stated the full bottle even got her sick. Yo, but that's not all. They done got my friends to Diddy this too. Now, let's hear what she had to say.
I'm making this video for one reason and one reason only. What the fuck is in the liquor that they've been passing out in Atlanta? Y'all, I went out yesterday. I had maybe 3-4 shots. I am sick as fuck. Like, I can't get out of my bed. Hands been shaking, throwing up on the toilet, number 2. Like,
oh wow.
Up.
Now you guys know this is true because I was in Atlanta and she canceled on me because she had gotten sick. But if you know the TikTok algorithm, it's always going to point you to the truth. Now shout out to this creator because he's got a little dirty secret to tell.
All right, I'm finna start snitching in 3, 2, 1. So I used to work at a strip club in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, we see this at the beginning.
And I was the bar back. So they had me in the liquor room. Like, that shit was damn near my office. So all them expensive drinks, say like, what y'all thought y'all was drinking? Don Julio, Patron, or Douce, Grey Goose, Hennessy, all that name brand shit. You might not have been drinking that all the time. Now, don't get me wrong, like if you was there at the beginning of the night, yeah, you probably had some. But as the night goes on, you're not drinking that.
What?
Say them bottles was running low, right? Say we running out of them bottles. It was my job to get the cheap liquor that we had, put a funnel in the bottle, and fill that motherfucker back up to the top. And then put the spout back on it and then seal it back up with a plastic seal with a hair dryer. Look like it was brand new. So you got some cheap ass $20 tequila and a $300 bottle of Patron or Don Julio.
What makes it
That's
more egregious
wild.
is that they had him in the back liquor room with a blow dryer, resealing the labels back on those bottles. So while you're thinking that, okay, instead of getting mixed drinks, I'm gonna get the whole bottle so I can secure that I'm actually getting what I want. Turns out, according to him, allegedly, that's not even the case. At the end of the day, you were still getting cheap liquor, but you're getting it in a Douce bottle, a Patron bottle, or a Don Julio bottle. Now, y'all be safe out there in them ATL streets, because them bar owners are getting a little bit more craftier and a little bit more cheaper.
Wait, y'all.
So not only are you getting scammed up front, like, okay, boom, you have to pay like $20, $40 to get in here. Then you gotta 10x your bottle service, and then you can't even sit down, so you gotta buy 2 bottles if you come in with a group of people, so you gotta pay like at least $500. Sometimes clubs, like big clubs, you gotta pay at minimum $1,000 just to have a section. And they're scamming you with the liquor the whole time. You could buy a bottle that costs like $2,000, and they got cheap ass Tito's in it. You know what I'm saying? That's wild. They have officially taken it way too far.
Filling up the bottles with cheaper liquor, that should be illegal. But if you really pay attention, anytime the bottle girls bring the bottles out, they usually pop it open for you. And I think that's probably because they're trying to hide the fact it was already open. But it's so crazy because the people within the club will guilt shame you into thinking that you need to pay all this money for these bottles. You're brokey if you're not buying these bottles. Oh, you're trying to get the cheap bottles. You're broke. And all the while, they're trying to scam you. They're looking for the next best sucker. So what do guys do? They look at the bottle girl. They be like, ooh, all right, she do look good. Let me get ahead and spend some money, so I'm not out here looking broke. Now, here you are spending $400 on a $25 bottle. The crazy part is that
I hate when niggas say that. Like, oh, the bottle girl look good, the stripper look good, yo, let me spend some more money. Are you dumb? Look, like, I feel like your chances is just lower. Your chances just lower, like, in the club in general, but even lower when you go for someone who works at the club. They see niggas all the time. They see niggas spend a ridiculous amount of money all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not gonna flinch at that unless they genuinely like you, like how you look, like how you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. She interested in you. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Like, other than that, you cook, buddy.
They had the guys sealing the bottles back up as if it's brand new still. Listen, man, y'all better be careful in these clubs, because that's how people get drugged. The clubs are literally finessing in any way that they possibly can, and they don't care how they get their money, even if it makes you sick. But okay,
that's wild.
You've overspent your money, but at least you had fun, right? I mean, like, you woke up the next day, your voice is gone because you were singing your favorite song, right? Or you walked out the club drenched in sweat because you was dancing all night, getting your full money's worth, right? Nope, because the club vibe and the club interaction is even a scam.
In 2025, can we please bring dancing back into the club? That's all I want. I'm just trying to go to the club and have a good time. I know, son, I feel you. You too cool for school. You trying to just sit in the cut like Parade side and stand there. But that's just so boring, bro. I'm so tired of going to the club. Everybody just standing there looking at each other. Some people get some bottles. DJ come out. Look how much he's spending. Whoa. Who got their money out? And then the next person go there. But nobody doing nothing. Everybody just staring at everybody. And then I got homies. They see a girl in the club. Across the way they've been wanting to talk to. Then she go right there. I'm like, you about to go talk to her? Man, I'm about to DM her as soon as I leave here and talk about I seen you. What?
That is super corny. What the fuck?
Like a serial killer, my boy. What are you talking? She right there. Fuck, you don't go just get up, go over there.
I think social media killed this a lot. Like, we care about we as humans in the now generation, we care about our image way too much. Like, way too much, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, people pull up thinking they too cool. People pull up, they try to have that Future aura, that Drake aura, that, you know what I'm saying, that rapper aura in the club. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't have a section. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Me personally, I be dancing in the club. Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how much money I get. I don't care how, like, famous I get. I don't care how much status I have. I'm gonna be dancing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, how else are you supposed to have fun in the club? You gotta be drenched in sweat. Right? Y'all niggas think that shit weird. I don't give a fuck. If you gonna stand around, act cool, you better go to a bar, nigga. You in a club with a dance floor. There's a dance floor for a reason. You feel me? The only time you could ever like see people like dancing for real is like Afro Beats night. For real. But hey, other than that, that's it, y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching. I'm out of here.